Okay, this is a dry run. Perhaps I'll even use it. My taping of the background failed miserably. So I wonder, no, focus on what I'm doing. Okay, so it's very interesting. This very inexpensive tube amp, under $100, really has proven some of the things that the big guys have said about tube amps that I slightly doubted. They really have personality and characteristics well outside what you would get with a solid state amp. So this is an all tube amp. It's got a power tube, I think it's a G6, and then it's got a 12A47 preamp tube. So you know, single points of failure, only one power tube, only one preamp tube, but it's amazing the tone you can get out of the built-in 8-inch Celestion speaker. But it's way more amazing, and again proves some of the things I've doubted from the big guys, that your cabinet makes a big difference. Because the difference in tone, and I can link to a previous video, out of this 8-inch Celestion speaker is good, but it's a completely different animal coming out of this Black Star Venue 1x12. It's much bassier, and to prove that, I'm going to use Krusty here, the Epiphone Flying V that smells like pork, and you'll be amazed. It sounds just like a funk bass. This light little guy with very little wood coming out of this tiny amp and going into this Black Star cab. So the proof is in the pudding. So let's make some pudding. All right, while that's warming up, I'm going to try and suck in my stomach and find a pick. There we go. So yeah, it's still spanky, very spanky, but very bassy. All right, let's do Krusty with some open chords. Again, super bassy. The volume is only on like 2. Okay, super funky. Bass-like tone. Now, we're going to switch to an SG. Krusty doesn't even get to use a what do you call it? A guitar holder rack. I'm not thinking this morning. Okay, so now we're going to go with a SG Epiphone 400 Pro. And you'll notice that this tube amp out of the bigger cabinet brings out different characteristics in the guitar. It's much brighter than Krusty, and I have the tones turned down pretty far. Usually I crank the tones on a Gibson or Epiphone that has humbuckers on it, but this little amp is so bright. So let's do some of the same stuff. We'll do the same warm-up exercise. Still very spanky, very punchy. But not nearly as bassy as Krusty. Still got some bass in there. But not as pronounced as so I almost call it Spanky. Christy. And again, the volume is at like 2. So my intention was to crank this thing, but there's still someone home that I should give some respect and due deference to. So I won't completely crank it, but let's see what this sounds like at 2 through a jumbo acoustic. All right. So I've done a ton of videos on this. This is an FTE 350 with mini tune, which is the earlier version of the Gibson G-Force tuners. So I'll just let this thing tune itself up. Kind of cool. It's pretty loud, not even plugged in. It is a jumbo with a spruce top, etc. Mahogany sides and back, 3-piece maple neck, almost like an Ibanez wizard neck on an acoustic. All right, so let's just get some open chords. I've just turned it up just enough so you can hear it coming out of the speaker cab. Between the projection from the guitar and the huge sound coming out of this little amp, it's just amazing. And I'm just using the microphone on this iPhone because all my mics and good stuff is off-site in case my wife freaks out and tries to break everything. Still Spanky. All right, so I just changed the phase and now it's even brighter. Phase really makes a difference. Okay, sorry, this isn't a demo of the Epiphone. It's a demo of this Stage Right 1/5 watt tube amp. And again, that's at volume 2 and only 1 watt. Going through a 1x12 venue, Blackstar venue with a 8070 Celestion 12-inch speaker. Okay. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah.